Picture this. You're all dressed up in your best suit, resume in hand, ready to wow them at your dream job interview. You've got this. You've prepped for every question, practiced your elevator pitch in the mirror, and even stalked their LinkedIn profiles. Don't lie, we've all been there. Then, bam! Life throws you a curveball. Maybe you get passed over for the promotion. Maybe your brilliant business idea goes belly up. Maybe you realize you've been climbing the wrong ladder for the past 5 years. Whatever the case, it stings. But here's the good news, you're not alone. Career setbacks and personal development roadblocks are as common as bad haircuts and questionable fashion choices. The key is not to set up camp in that corner and order pizza. Because here's the thing about setbacks, they're not the end of the story. Here's the deal. Our brains are wired to avoid pain and seek pleasure. It's basic survival instinct, like running away from a saber-toothed tiger or that suspicious-looking tuna salad. So when we experience a setback, our natural reaction is to curl up in a ball and avoid anything that might remind us of that icky feeling. This is where motivation takes a nosedive. We start questioning our abilities, doubting our dreams, and binge-watching bad reality TV under the covers. But here's the secret. You can totally rehire that cheerleader. The good news is, there are proven strategies to help you regain your mojo and bounce back stronger than ever. Think of it like finding a hidden trampoline in a world of brick walls. Okay, so you've had a little or a lot of wallowing time. You've eaten your weight in ice cream, binge-watched every season of your favorite show, and perfected the art of sighing dramatically. Now it's time for the first, and arguably hardest, step getting off the couch. Yes, I know, it's scary out there in the real world. There are rejection letters, missed deadlines, and awkward networking events. But there are also amazing opportunities, incredible people, and delicious coffee. Because let's be real, caffeine is a key ingredient in the recipe for success. So, how do you drag yourself out of the post-setback slump and into a productive, positive mindset? Start small. Instead of trying to tackle your entire to-do list in one go, start with something simple. Make your bed. Go for a walk. These tiny victories might seem insignificant, but they create a sense of accomplishment and momentum. Let's talk about goals. Just the word itself can send shivers down the spine of even the most ambitious among us. They can feel overwhelming, restrictive, and like a one-way ticket to disappointmentville. But here's the thing. Goals aren't about creating rigid, unbreakable contracts with the universe. They're about providing direction and focus, like a compass guiding you through the wilderness of life, or, the slightly less intimidating wilderness of your career. Think of it like grocery shopping. You wouldn't go to the supermarket without at least a vague idea of what you need, right? You'd end up wandering the aisles aimlessly, buying things you don't need. Hello, impulse buy chocolate cake. And forgetting the essentials, like, actual vegetables. The same goes for your career and personal life. Without goals, you're more likely to get sidetracked, lose sight of what's important, and end up with a pantry full of metaphorical junk food and no real sustenance. So, how do you set goals without feeling like you're signing up for a marathon you're not prepared to run? Start by identifying your values, your passions, and what truly matters to you. The power of tiny wins, because sometimes motivation comes in small packages. Let's face it, big, hairy, audacious goals are great and all, but they can also be pretty darn intimidating. It's like staring up at Mount Everest and wondering how you're ever going to reach the summit. The key is to break those monster goals down into bite-sized, manageable chunks. Enter the power of tiny wins. Remember those small tasks we talked about earlier, like making your bed or answering one email? Those are tiny wins in action. They might seem insignificant, but they create a ripple effect, boosting your confidence and motivation one step at a time. It's like building a brick wall. You don't just slap a bunch of bricks together and hope for the best. You lay each brick carefully one by one until you have a sturdy structure. Stop comparing your bloopers to everyone else's highlight reel. Let's be honest, we all do it. We scroll through social media, bombarded with perfectly curated lives, and suddenly our own existence feels as exciting as watching paint dry. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing our behind-the-scenes struggles to everyone else's highlight reel, but it's a surefire way to sabotage our motivation. Here's the thing. Social media is a filtered version of reality. You're seeing the best angles, the carefully chosen filters, and the witty captions that took hours to craft. What you don't see are the countless retakes, the self-doubt, and the struggles that happen behind the scenes. So how do you stop the comparison game before it starts? First, remember that everyone is fighting their own battles. That person with the seemingly perfect life. They might be dealing with heartbreak, career uncertainty, or a serious case of imposter syndrome. Second, unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. Instead, fill your feed with content that inspires, motivates, and makes you feel good. Third, focus on your own journey. Embrace the pivot. Your career path doesn't need to be a straight line. Remember those career aptitude tests we took in high school, the ones that were supposed to tell us our destiny based on our answers to questions like, do you prefer working with people or potted plants? No judgment if you chose potted plants, they're excellent listeners. Well, those tests might have forgotten to mention one crucial detail. Careers, like life, are rarely linear. In fact, they're more like a choose-your-own-adventure novel, full of unexpected twists, turns, and the occasional plot hole. So what happens when you find yourself at a career crossroads, wondering if you took a wrong turn somewhere back in Chapter 3? You pivot, my friend. You embrace the change, adjust your sails, and chart a new course. Think of it like this. You've been diligently following a recipe, only to realize you're missing a key ingredient. Do you throw the whole dish out and order takeout? Maybe. The importance of self-care. No, really, put down the work email and go for a walk. Let's talk about self-care. It's not just about bubble baths, face masks, and indulging in your weight in chocolate, although those things are definitely encouraged. It's about prioritizing your mental, physical, and emotional well-being, especially when you're feeling burnt out, stressed, or just plain over it. Think of it like this. Your body is like a high-performance sports car, or a reliable station wagon, no judgment here. You wouldn't expect it to run smoothly without regular maintenance, right? You'd make sure it had enough fuel, regular oil changes, and the occasional car wash. Well, your mind and body deserve the same TLC. When you're feeling depleted, it's harder to stay motivated, focused, and productive. You're more likely to make mistakes, procrastinate, and generally feel like you're running on fumes. So, how do you make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine? Start by identifying activities that make you feel good. Finding your tribe, because misery loves company, but success loves community. Let's face it, trying to achieve your goals alone is like trying to navigate a corn maze in the dark. It's confusing, frustrating, and you're likely to end up going in circles. That's where the power of community comes in. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals can make all the difference in your journey to success, or at least to the end of the corn maze, without losing your sanity. Think of it like this. Your tribe is your personal cheering squad, your sounding board, and your source of inspiration and motivation. They're the ones who get you, believe in you, and will be there to celebrate your victories and offer a shoulder to cry on when you inevitably encounter setbacks. So, how do you find your tribe? Start by connecting with people who share your interests, passions, or career goals. Remember, you've got this. Yes, you. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind, to focus on our to-do lists and forget about the bigger picture. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty of life, it's important to remember one crucial thing. You've got this. You have the power, the resilience, and the resourcefulness to overcome any challenge that comes your way. Remember all the times you've bounced back from setbacks in the past. Remember all the obstacles you've overcome, the goals you've achieved, and the dreams you've turned into reality. You are capable of amazing things, and don't let anyone, including that pesky inner critic, tell you otherwise. So the next time you're feeling lost, demotivated, or unsure of yourself, take a deep breath and repeat after me. I've got this. Now go forth and conquer, or at least survive Monday. Congratulations! You've made it to the end of this motivational pep talk disguised as an essay. You've learned about the importance of embracing setbacks, setting goals, celebrating tiny wins, practicing self-care, and finding your tribe. Now it's time to put all that newfound wisdom into action. Go forth and conquer your goals, chase your dreams, and live a life that makes you ridiculously happy, or at least moderately content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Life Reset channel. See you in my next video. Bye!